everybody. Okay, so Y&R was emotional today. I almost started bursting out crying, and it was really strange. And then it was like, oh, that's why I'm crying. Okay, so uh, Nathan Owens and Shamar Moore are really doing a bang up job here. Honorable mention to Haley Aaron and Beth Maitland. But I didn't want to put that many hashtags on the thing. But they're all doing a great job. Okay, so oh, wow would be in the understatement of the week. Um, okay, so Holden just found out that Malcolm is his father, right? Okay, so now he's got to deal with a new reality because think about it this way. You've lived your entire life believing somebody is your parent, okay? Then you find out when you're like 30 that the person you thought was your parent is not. And this person that you have no idea about is your parent. And then also, simultaneously, you're told you might be the only reason this person lives. Imagine the gravity of all that at the same time. Okay? Then the mother, Vivica A. Fox, wants to smooth everything over really fast. And it's like, hold on a second. He just found out that his father is not his father and that he is the only one who might be able to save him. Could you give him like 10 minutes? Well, or a year to like process all that? But because of soap opera, we can't do that. Okay, so that's part one. I think of this as a combination thing, okay? And it's like a combo puzzle. All the pieces have to fit together for it to make sense. If they don't, it won't at all, okay? So that's part one. Part two is Lily has to find out that she has a half brother that she knows nothing about. Combined with the guilt she feels because she just found out that she can't be the donor because of the cancer treatment, like I told you in the last video. But she just found out. Okay? So she feels guilt and shame because she already feels like she couldn't help her father or the one who she thought was her father, Neil. And now she found out she can't help her biological father, Malcolm. Lo and behold, there's this other dude who she knows, but she doesn't know as a brother, who is going to be the only one to save him. Okay? So these two adult people are finding out a lot of stuff at the same time. So what made me cry first was Lily is dealing with all the emotions I just talked about, but she's not handling it so well. So she goes over to Tracy and just spills her guts. And Tracy, Beth Maitland, is the only voice of reason and says, it's not your fault. You had to have the treatment. And of course, Malcolm isn't going to blame you for that. But I was crying. I was about to cry buckets because Krista Khalil, gotta give it up to her. She can turn it on a dime. Okay? She's perfectly fine yesterday, crying buckets today. That takes talent. Okay. So then, getting back to Nathan Owens. Okay. So he wants to talk to somebody, but he doesn't want to talk to Audra, and Audra is someone who happens to be there, of course. Now, I figured this chick out. I figured the character out. She's a bad girl. Okay? She masquerades as a nice girl, a good girl. But she's only doing it to gain your trust and then she sucks you in. The reason I say this is because she kind of knows something's wrong with Holden, right? But she doesn't know what it is. And she's trying to dig and get information. And he's like, I don't want to talk to anybody. So she leaves. Or so you think she leaves. No, but wait. She's still there, but out of earshot. Well, she's still in earshot, but she's out of sight. Like, she's behind I don't know if it's a pillar or a thing, okay? And she can see and hear everything that's going on, but Holden has no idea that she's still there. So they were kind of cheeky on the how they put Haley Aaron in there, because right at the time when he said, I don't want to talk to anybody, she said, ooh, does that include me too? And then slight cliffhanger, then a break, and then he's like, no, I don't mind talking to you, and and so she says, hey, we're still friends, you can talk to me. So he opens up to her. Unbeknownst to him, Audra is in the background listening to everything he's saying. And like I said, going to use it against him at a later date. Watch out for that. I'm calling it. It's April 9th, right? Okay, give it 2 months. And she's going to use it against him in some form or fashion. I don't know how, because I haven't formulated the story in my head yet. But she's going to use it. Okay, so the reason my title is New Beginning is because it's going to be a new beginning for everybody. But also, what crossed my mind right at the time when Holden said, no, I'll talk to you, I got really excited because I said, oh, because, okay, once again, to get into my brain, I kind of want Holden and Claire together because it would be a different dynamic, and also the interracial couple, uh, you know, thing, um, which I talk about all the time because I notice it, and what I also notice is that they have it for like a minute, and then they like chicken out and don't really do it, and I'm like, damn, I wish they would do it already. Like really commit. So I'm really team. What would it be? Colden, Claire, and Holden. Yeah, I'm that team. Please do it. You have my full support. And if you don't do it, I'm gonna start begging. And I beg. So yeah, okay. So getting back to how my brain works, I'm like, okay, they could be a couple, but they need some kind of glue that holds them together, because at this point, before the news, they were like a fling, and she wasn't sure about him, and he wanted to be with her, but he didn't want to push her, and then now this like finding out a secret about your family is a thing that bothers them like this. So, yes, come on, please. I don't ask for much. Just put this couple together and actually do it. All right. Bye, guys.